Yo, this is wild. I'm seeing all over the place. Stacy Abrams stole $2 billion freaking dollars. But what's even crazier is the story they're not telling us.
I directed my team to find your gold bars, and they found them. Now we will get them back inside of control of government as we pursue next steps.
Yo guys, this entire Stacy Abrams angle that this whole media is obsessed with, it's a smokescreen.
The latest focus is on a nonprofit with ties to former Georgia Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacy Abrams. The Free Beacon says the EPA is looking to where some $2 billion ended up. The Beacon writing out in their story that they have been looking into whether or not this money through the Powered Ford communities received the green energy grant, despite the fact that it was founded months earlier in late 2023 and never managed anywhere near the grant's dollar figure.
During its first 3 months in operation, a green nonprofit linked to Stacy Abrams, Power Forward Communities, reported just $100 in revenue. Shortly thereafter, the Biden administration awarded $2 billion to help install solar panels, EV chargers, and other green tech? What in the
A group linked to former Democratic Georgia gubernatorial candidate Stacy Abrams received a $2 billion grant from the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) as part of a larger $20 billion fund.
If you look at my legislative record, I have fought for education, I have fought for our children, I have fought for our teachers, and I will fight for the future.
The money came from the Inflation Reduction Act, but the Department of Government Efficiency claims the funds were parked in an outside financial institution to avoid oversight.
The Biden EPA announced that grant in an April 2024 press release, lauding the organization for its dedication to decarbonizing and transforming American housing in low-income and disadvantaged communities. But it didn't send Power Forward Communities the money directly. Instead, the Free Beacon's Thomas Centenazzi reports it parked the $2 billion meant for Abrams Group plus another $18 billion in taxpayer-funded greenhouse gas reduction grants into an account at Citibank.
This is EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin. One of my very top priorities at EPA is to be an excellent steward of your hard-earned tax dollars. There will be zero tolerance of any waste and abuse. An extremely disturbing video circulated 2 months ago featuring a Biden EPA political appointee talking about how they were tossing gold bars off the Titanic, rushing to get billions of your tax dollars out the door before Inauguration Day.
Now we're just having to get the money out as fast as possible before they come in and top it up. It truly feels like we're on the Titanic and we're throwing gold bars off the top hatch. Who are the gold bars going to? Nonprofits, states, tribes. We gave them the money because it was harder. If it was a government-run program, they could take the money away. If Trump won, and because it was a insurance policy against Trump winning.
The gold bars were tax dollars, and tossing them off the Titanic meant the Biden administration knew they were wasting it. Following this revelation, during my meetings with members of Congress, I made a very important commitment to them and to the American people, which I reiterated at my confirmation hearing that if confirmed, I would immediately get a full accounting. Fortunately, my awesome team at EPA has found the gold bars. Shockingly, roughly $20 billion of your tax dollars were parked at an outside financial institution by the Biden EPA.
Does anybody else think the timing is really weird? That just a month ago, Citigroup, the owner of Citibank, announced a $20 billion stock buyback? Is that just a coincidence? So in April of 2024, the Biden administration announced $20 billion for greenhouse gas reduction groups, right? And this money went to a series of groups under the guise of climate change and DEI or inclusive initiatives. Groups like Coalition for Green Capital or Power Forward Communities by Stacy Abrams or the Climate United Fund. They park it in Citibank, who at the time was struggling. They had just in the beginning of 2024 posted a $1.8 billion fourth quarter loss for the end of 2023. Let me put it in perspective for you. In April 4th, they parked this money, or at least announced they're about to park this money, $20 billion in Citigroup, okay? By June 24, we're still having articles come out. The clock is ticking on Jane Frazier's Citigroup turnaround. The CEO called this a critical year for the troubled banking giant after 2 decades of half measures and strategic missteps. Then, just before Trump gets into office, on January 15th, Citigroup, to a profit, announces a $20 billion stock buyback because they'd been doing so good. Citi's net income for the fourth quarter was $2.86 billion, up from a loss of $1.8 billion a year ago. After decades of failed business management, and this is at the same time Lee Zeldin, the guy in charge of the EPA, the guy who's supposed to be in charge of deciding where that money goes and what it's all about, is saying, we don't know what's going on. This money is totally unaccounted for. I'm seriously wondering if the Biden administration was using climate change as a guise to cover up a bailout of Citibank. Y'all, I'm not seeing anybody hit this angle. Please smash that like button and share this video with everyone you know, because people need to know about this connection, man. Hey, thank you so much for joining me, y'all. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next episode.